night, good night, good night. Blessed. So, blessed people, how you all doing? This is Beautiful Life. Yes. And I am coming to you from Atlanta. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my life. Okay, so this is an issue which I'm gonna address, and so people who watch or seen me over the years or on Planka Shop or John Shop, you have an understanding of who I am really. Okay. Now, as I've always said, I owe no allegiance to nobody on social media. I do not say I'm going to be faithful and true to anyone who has a platform. Wherever I go and I see people make comment and I feel like respond, I do. I do respond, whether it's negative or positive, but most times it's positive, right? Now, I was going through my YouTube as usual, yeah, and this lady go by the name of Queen Bee. I don't know her. I just respond to some of her comments at times, which most times I tend to agree with what she said. All right. So yesterday I was going through and I saw where she was talking about something. However, she mentioned what's her name again? She mentioned anyway, I soon tell you the name. And I was responding to it. I was responding to it. Oh, her name's Slimmy. Anyway, I made a comment towards it and I was saying, well, she was one of the most trusted that Donna could give donation to, and she made good use of it. She didn't even have to watch her when she gave her money. She just gave it to her and the work is done regarding building her house, right? And so I said, whatever misunderstanding they had to the point where she was approached and probably physically attacked. And there was a big conversation about that. And then they said she was beaten by whoever in the community. And so I said, I totally was not in agreement with that. Right? So, all right. So I responded to that on Queensby video. Now, she came on saying, "Oh, I'm not insulting you, but whatever, whatever." And I said, "Of course, whatever you said, that's insult." Hi, Dragon 18. Hi, how are you? That's insult because you're now saying, she was saying, Queen Bee was saying, "Oh, I was a fan and one who loved Donna, and no, I'm coming out negative, right? Or was it because I went to the pink party and wasn't accepted back in the Planka shop? Why I come out now saying negative?" No, I was never a Planka. never. I was just a donor. I saw the need because I've always said, well, if I found it possible to assist even one Jamaican while I'm away, I'll find a way to do it. And so I was happy when I saw Donna's program. And how I met Donna program is like 2019, like I think she began the April, and I met her like about in May, and like a month or two after she began. Not even Paula was there at that time, right? To show you how long it was. Not even Paula, because she was looking someone to help at the time. And she was about to go to Canada, and that's when Paula came in, and she was happy. And Paula started working and dealing with the financial side of it. All right. So that's how long. That's how long when we hear the ping. Huh. No matter what we're doing, we're up. Even if you're sleeping and you hear the ping, you're up. That was Facebook. That was Facebook. We watch. If she sat there 5 hours, we sat there 5 hours with her. If it's 3 hours, no matter how long, Donna have her program going for the day. We are there. We are there with her. Said hi. What is this? Night Marl. Night Marl, hi. Okay, so we would be there. Yeah. Until how I saw Donna and get to know or see this person. I don't know her personally until of lately. But how I saw her, I remember one day I was watching YouTube and I saw this person came up giving somebody money on the road. And at that time you didn't even see her face, you just see half of her, part of her. And I was sorry about that. This person giving out money on the road. Oh, it's a call came which cut off. Oh, please. And that's how I started. I began watching her. That's how I began watching her until a whole lot of people go through, right? And I remember one of the persons with Donna was Winsome, was Marcia Everbless. No, not Marcia Everbless. Marcia Minofred, right? And eventually people start, and the guys, John I, who used to water flowers and take care of the place, maybe another guy, right? And who else we had? She had the driver, Jerry, used to drop her wherever, right? Yeah, so it's a long time watching Donna from 2019. So, Queen Bee, I don't know Donna personally, and I don't own allegiance to Donna nor no one. Okay? And so when I if when I come on your program just to respond as a subscriber, because I had to subscribe to get in, I subscribe to your program, to your video, right, channel. So most likely I'll just unsubscribe because I don't know who you were. I never, all of those people who were done as so-called enemies to this date. I don't go on the page. I don't respond to them. I never really. You were an enemy of Donna, and back in the days, and she, up to now, I guess I heard her say things which she don't really want you around her Planka shop. But it is what it is. This is social media. Anybody is free to respond to anybody who has their channel going, right? Anybody is free to an opinion, right? If you don't like the person, I mean, I don't understand how people say they don't like people. You have never met the person. You never met the person. And yet you're saying you don't like the person because of their opinion, right? To me, that is so stupid. People don't like people because of their opinion. Now, eventually, when Donna met me, because I went to her pink event, yes, and I went to the pink event because I wanted to support another Jamaican. I saw it as a good venture, and I didn't have no problem to show it was not personal, right? However, she said she wanted pink. I, at the last minute I waited, I didn't find any pink suitable to wear. But of course, I did have on pink. I even bring a pink and bag with gift. It was a pink bag. I had pink polish and whatever on something pink. I'm not Planka to be dressing in full pink, but I did have on pink, so it was a big deal in my black, right? But even when I went and I met Donna, see, I wasn't playing no hypocrite. I could have gone there and don't even say who I am. Maybe nobody would have recognized me. But I went to her and I introduced myself because I wanted to know or to meet the person who I have been sending my donations to over the years, right? I wanted to know who I sent my donation to, and I had no reason to be hiding from her because I've never disrespected her in any way. I just voiced my opinion. If she said something and I'm not in agreement with it, so be it. I'm just not in agreement with it. And I had a voice. I had a right to talk because I sent my money there. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, or she can check her book, right? And not to mention buying her cakes. How many you buy her cakes? And when I buy cake, it's over 30 cakes I bought from that woman. So you're telling me I don't have a voice? Huh? Okay. So, all right. So let's continue. So when I met this lady, she was pleasant and she was, yeah, spirit taker. I didn't feel any negative vibes. But during the time, the next morning, she went on her life and then she disrespected me in a sense that by saying she don't want the gift that I brought for Natalie. She don't want it in her house, in her children's house. That's what she said, and that was embarrassing. All right, so with that being said, then I couldn't care less what I say. I couldn't care less what I say. Why am I not picking up my Jamaican people on my live? I don't know. It's not going out. Anyway, it will, because I know Queen Bee will get this. Just like when she see anything else that I pushed out, she will. So then, when I met Donna, I remember Winsome was the one who go around and help find the people them that were in need, right? And that's how come Silone came about. Silone and Joseph. And that was history. And for those who don't know, when she met Silone was in a little room, rat infested room. Joseph didn't have no food for the day. Joseph was going to school with just one pair of pants. They had nowhere to even defecate. All right, so when Donna met her, she decided, okay, she's gonna get a piece of land. She tried and she got a piece of land right beside Miss Joan, because Miss Joan had her land, started building her house, right, but needed help. And so she started building the house for Silone, while Silone was in that room and for like a year. And during that time, Donna assisted her. Joseph went to school, get everything he wanted. Yeah. So when the Siloni was like a princess, like a queen. Siloni was, matter of fact, Donna showered them with money, 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 money. And that's why Siloni just have this money attitude, right? So Siloni was quiet all during the time until when the house was finished built. The first night she went in the house, she had a big argument with Miss Joan because the light, Donna had taken light from Miss Joan and put over, Donna had taken light from her and put over Miss Joan, caused an argument. And that's when we know that Siloni had a mouth, a big mouth. Yeah. So, as a matter of fact, when the house was being built for the house was being built for Siloni, during that time Trishana came about. When Donna phoned Trishana, heard about Trishana, and started to help Trishana, Miss Puss. For those who don't know the story. And she started to help Trishana. And Donna was told not to get involved with Trishana because Trishana was not being honest. But she still went along and she helped her, only to find out that she was a dishonest person, right? And Donna was thinking of building a house, saying, oh, okay, she's gonna build a house on top of Siloni house for Trishana. And some of us were saying, no, we don't think that's a good idea. And because we voiced our opinion saying it's not a good idea, we were then being called haters and this and grudgeful and all sorts of things. Because that's the Planka shop. Once you're not in agreement, then you hate and you're grudgeful. Right? So we said no, we don't see that working out. And eventually it wouldn't work out because down the road we see how Miss Joan or Siloni is with Miss Joan, right? And Miss Joan was one with attitude. Miss Joan was one with really attitude. But then there was this lady named Tammy from England, yeah, which Tammy and Donna couldn't get along in the beginning, for those who don't know it. Tammy and Donna. When used to pick up money, Tammy used to pick up money in a group and send to Donna, yeah, charity. And I think Tammy was doing something one time, and then Donna was upset and said, no, she didn't give her permission to do that, and nobody's to send whatever to Tammy because she didn't give them permission. Give her permission, if I can recall. Right? So Donna and Tammy was not always the best of friends. It's when Donna convinced that Tammy is really a trustworthy person, then she eventually get, close to her. In that sense, because up to today, I don't think Donna even met Tommy, right? Yeah. And Tommy wasn't one who loved to show up herself. She doesn't show up herself, right? And there was also Nuncia. Nuncia was another contributor to the program. And Nuncia was a good person in the program. And then I think she and Donna had some misunderstanding. That's how I put it, a misunderstanding. Donna, I think Nuncia said something about her cake. Nuncia said something about her cake, and that Donna wasn't in agreement, and then the friendship break from there. Yeah, simply because she said something about the cake. But if the cake don't, I think the cake did need something or whatever. But if that is the case, that is the case. That's the lady's opinion, right? Anyway, so that's it with Siloni. That's how Siloni and Donna met, through Winsome. Winsome was the one who goes around, and she was like the security. She was like security for the program. Yes. And then we had Paula. Paula came in just in time to save Donna because Donna was about to go to Canada and needed somebody to continue the program till she comes back. And that's how Paula came along, the lady with the bag. She not leaving the bag. A trustworthy. I guess God planned it. I don't know. Because with this charity, I don't know. It is as if it's a divine thing. I don't know if it's a divine thing because it's like everything Donna asks for, God provided. And I've always said that, right? It's like everything just in place. Everything, the right people at the right time, right? And then from all of this charity, it's a charity which built Donna. Donna don't admit the fact that it's a charity which built her because it's a charity which built the cake. People start knowing about her. People all over the world start buying cakes. And that's how it became the Planka shop, you know? And then, of course, we had Miss Ritchie. Miss Ritchie, one of the first person who, one of the ladies who got the cake, Ritchie and Lebo. Ritchie and Lebo. Yes, remember Ritchie and Lebo. And Miss Ritchie house was in a terrible condition. And Donna was the one who revived the house after Lebo died, right? Yeah, because honest truth, if Donna didn't come in Miss Ritchie's life, she would have passed long before. And it's the honest truth. I don't play no hypocrite over here. I don't play hypocrite. I tell you tell it as it is. You know? So and Donna take on after Miss Ritchie died, after Mr. Lebo died, Donna take on Miss Ritchie and take care of her, see to it that everything in order, yeah? I don't know. Maybe it's divine favor. I don't know. Right? And there were so many people being helped in the program. And I remember regarding donations, because I don't see myself as no Planka. I'm just a person donating or being there watching, right? And I remember when I send money, I cannot say, unless I've always said, and my being honest, I don't know what it is why don't have anything against me because I've been honest. I said I've never had any problem with my donations. She called me all 6 o'clock, 6:15, 6:30 in the morning, coming from work. I work with disabilities. I work damn hard for my money, which I send to assist. So that's why I don't want nobody come and insult me and embarrass me and operating like anybody give me anything or everything is just free-handed. Right? I worked for it. I work and I send part of my pay to help whoever it can. Not to build houses, not to, matter of fact, one of the first person, and I said if I go to Jamaica, I would love to meet him, is Shadrach, one of the person who I contributed to. He was one of the first student Donna helped. And I've sent twice. Why twice? When we began, and I had planned, well, this is a person I want to help during the time. But like our second donation, not me but others, the school he was going, Casey was living in Mountain View, and his mother died his mother died when he was at an early age, and so he was taken care of by a family. So he was a very bright student, and going Casey got a lot of passes in the subjects, and he said he wanted to be a doctor, and then he was going to the university, couldn't manage, and then that's how Donna assisted. But while he was there, like our second contribution, the school old boy association decided to take over. Yes, and they took it over from there. But there was a Planka, somebody with wealth decided to help him in terms of place to live. So he was moved out of Mountain View. Yes, and that's how that happened for him. And now he's graduated as a doctor, and that's congratulations to him. And those are the people I aspire to help. I didn't want to help nobody building house when they can go work and save and even try build a one room. It's a form of, most of those people who get houses could have work and build their one little room, far as I'm concerned. Because some of them not even worthy of it. Some not even, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Some not even worthy of it. Yes, so that's how that goes with helping student. That's how student began at the early beginning. There were other students. There was even another boy I remember who used to do his homework on the. He lived with his mom in a board house, I think it was, and he used to do his homework on the wall. He was going KC, but I think his mom. I don't remember what was her situation, and so the program stopped for him. All right. Um. So I was there when Marcia Never Afraid was there. Marcia never want to show her face in camera. I think it's only one time she came on when she done pick up money for the staff, and they said she have to show her face to get the money. That's how comes she showed her face. Then we had Claudia or Claudette. Claudette was Miracle's adopted mother and cousin, I would believe, because her father was cousin to Claudia. But how Claudia meet the Planka John shop is Miracle's mother, Marianne, had just had the baby, and then she couldn't walk, and so Claudia brought her to Donna. What did she bring her to Donna? Saying she needed help or something. And the morning when she came, there were some church people just passing, and they came and prayed for Marianne. Marianne and her baby father at the time, he came, and I remember people were saying, "Oh, it's only Marianne they want to help, not the baby father." All right, because they were saying, "Oh, if they send the money for Marianne to get, the baby father gonna get money from it, and that they don't want him to get." Anyway, like a week or two after Marianne took sick. Well, she didn't take sick. She just went to her bed and didn't get up the morning, from what the father said. So, only to find out that Marianne had sickle cell. The doctors allegedly told her not to have any more children because she had one before. And so, when she had Miracle, she died. Like a month after she had Miracle, she died. And there was the responsibility of Claudia, who came, well, the father. Miracle father was taking care of her. But unfortunately, like 6 months after Miracle father died too, he was riding, he does delivery with a bike, and on his way somewhere in Alpha Tree was hit off the bike and died. That was like a shocking moment for the Planka house or John shop, what they call it. Yeah. So Miracle lost both parents in less than a year. And that's how Claudia came about taking care of Miracle. And then Tommy loved the little girl, and then I could say, godmother to her, right? So, but during meeting Claudia or Claudette, Donna, she ended up with the working in John's shop, and she was one who could be dependent. You could depend on her because when Donna going out, everything would be in place. She didn't have to ask, where is this, what is this, why you don't bring this. In the accounts department, so to speak, she was very good at it. She was, I don't know if she or Paula who would be a better one, because she was good at it and could be trusted, right? And then somebody say the people used to send information to Donna, and so they sent some voice note or something about Claudia saying something about Donna and whatever, and that that was it. And we were asking at the time, we need to hear what was being said, because we just hearing people, she's been dismissed and we don't know why she's been dismissed, right? Okay, so that was it for Claudia and Tammy and Marianne. Marianne, may her soul rest in peace, and her baby father. Okay, all right, and then we had the Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one who built the Paris houses, and the Paris were blind people, blind couple together, and they have a little daughter, big young lady now. And at the time when Donna met the Perry was in a terrible condition. It was like a pigsty. It was in a horrible condition. And then where the Perry lived, I think he said it was his mother's place or something like that. It was like a 2-bedroom bathroom and living. And so Donna decided to work on it. When she worked on it, paint up the place and everything, and thinking that everything was fine, then Spider-Man found out that when he was working on the roof, trying to fix the roof, he found out that everything was in a horrible condition. So they had was to do overall thing with the house. Yeah, so that first time working, painting the place, that all went down the drain. And that is when she said, I remember, she said, I think Donna said the other day, I was listening to her, she said, I think that's where she met, I think it's a lady with the Airbnb. And if my mind recall, I can remember when two ladies came at the time, and they had delivered something to the program. So I think she was a person. I don't remember her name now, but she's the one with the Airbnb in Mountain View. All right, so that's all. Spider-Man came about, and Spider-Man worked on quite a number of houses. Quite a number of houses. Spider-Man worked on quite a number of houses, and he even started to do his own charity. I don't think it lasted for a while. Eventually, he disappeared. I don't know what happened. Now, regarding the Transformer doctors, and that's what what's her name, Queen Bee was talking about, Transformer doctors, and that Donna wasn't being transparent regarding them. No, I myself had thought the Transformer doctors were real doctors, because Donna used to give the impression they were real doctors, not their name. She said she wouldn't give their name, but they are doctors. There's one in Florida, and I think 2 from New York, and there was a male and a female doctor, and then she would have said, oh, they're going to surgery, or they're going to do this, or one of them was a cosmetic surgery doctor. But I don't see why she had to go that route, saying they were doctors. Or even if she named them Transformer doctor, just say, well, they're not real doctors, but I give them name Transformer doctors. Understandable. But don't give the impression like they were real doctors. And that's where I agreed with this lady. All right? So, eventually, I don't know why she had a problem with what I said. Right? And also there were some group nurses from New York. So I don't know if it's true or like Donna was telling at the time, because she said there were some nurses. They were the ones who contributed to her gate at the time. For those who remember, the gate she has, that big gate, I don't know what you call it. They contributed. At that time, she was accepting gifts from people. And eventually she said she don't want nothing more from nobody. I think it was during the time when, they had some issue. I don't even want to call nobody name, because I'm not able for people, right? Yes. And then you have Marcia. remember when Marcia came along. I remember when Marcia came along. Marcia came along, and Marcia gave her a trip to the hotel. But it was Marcia and her sister who came together and put the trip together for Donna to go, and for Silone and Joseph to go on the trip to the hotel. Yes, at the time, right? So Marcia was there. Marcia was more or less like a sister to Donna at the time. And then the Planka turned against Marcia because there were things she was doing and they weren't in agreement with it. And eventually, whatever happened between Marcia and Donna, that's what happened. I don't know. I don't want to go there. All right. Okay. And then the big thing now, when one of the biggest house Donna built was Ratty's children. Remember Ratty? Remember Ratty? Ratty was in the beginning of the program, and Donna had taken on her situation and gave her some money, and she couldn't tell. I guess she gave her Francine. Not now, please. I'm on live now. This late out. This what time? 6. Whatever. Yeah. So Ratty did get some money to take care of her business, building a house, and she couldn't prove what she did with the money, and I think that's why Donna dropped her off at the time. But way down years after now, she died. And when she died, she was young, pretty young. And when she died, a matter of fact, Ratty related, most of those people in those areas were related, right? Because Ratty was related to some of those people. Most of them is in that area. So Ratty died. Now the children were in a situation, and then Donna decided to help. And everybody come together and build that mansion for them. Yes, that's how they got the house. Because when the children died, I mean when the mother died, Donna was planning to continue because Ratty began a building, and Donna did decide to continue with that building. Only to find out when they start working on the building, there was no steel in the blocks. So can you imagine if that was built and they were in the house and say you have an earthquake, that thing would tumble down on them. So, boy, sometimes something is happened for a reason. And so they had was to tear down that building because it was useless, and then they build the house for the kids. There were some other family living close by. They had to 2 girls, I think they were sisters. They had their little area there. They had to demolish those and then build the basement for them to live in. That's how they became a part of the Planka shop. That's how they were lucky enough to get somewhere, because they were living in a zinc, I think it was a zinc building or something like that, right? Okay, so that's a whole lot of story I'm telling about the Planka shop, people. That's how far I'm coming from. That's how far from 2019 till about there with them for about 3 years or more till Donna, they start their craziness, right? So that I leave it there. That's how far. Until when Donna decided, no, after she built the ratty house, now then Junior, who was living with her, she and Junior live on the same house right there. The house without any window, according to some people. They used to say our house don't have no windows. And Juna was there, related to her baby father, I believe, and her children father, because there are no babies. Her children father, and eventually took sick and died, passed. And so the house, I remember Donna said she was gonna use his room for an office. So at that time, Donna didn't even plan to build a house. She was planning to use the room and make an office, and then eventually, when she done Ratty's children house, I believe that that's what influenced her in building, because when she thought about how much, it was like, I believe it was like 6 million Jamaican dollars, which built that big house. So she thought more or less it would have been that reasonable to build herself. Yeah, it's just allegedly that, in my opinion, that she thought she could have built a house that reasonable. But then when she began on her house, she realized it's more, it's not a piece of cake, right? Because their house is charity, our house wouldn't be charity, right? So, and I remember when Donna started building, before she built their house, and somebody had asked her, "Are we gonna see, each step of the way you're building your house?" And she said, "No, it's not charity house, so she's not gonna show it." But eventually, she changed her mind, and she called it the woman shan. Yes, that's the woman shan. And then I guess she used to throw words to her enemies. I guess I'm one of the enemy. I don't know, but I've never been disrespected to this lady. I just talk my mind. I just say, people following you like you're a god. Why are they acting like you're a god? They need to stop. It's like they're worshiping you, and that was the truth. This Planka is like the worship. Donna, if Donna says something, if Donna tell them to run, them run. If she said walk, they walk. If Donna said this is it Bible truth, they take it for Bible truth. Donna can never be wrong for them. And with me, I'm saying, if you're wrong, Donna, you're just wrong. That's me. It does nothing personal. You must can have a friend. If I have a friend and you do something wrong, or if I do something wrong, let me know it's wrong. I'm not gonna be offended because you tell me I am wrong. Huh? And that's how I see it. So that being said, this is where I'm gonna end it. Right? I didn't I just support regarding the pink party. I just support because I wanted to support another Jamaican, and as a matter of fact, it was right in my backyard, 5 minutes from where I live. So it's not that I had to go out of the way, right, to come, right. So knowing how they feel, and if something comes up and I want to talk about it, I'm a YouTuber like anybody else. Yes, my opinion is valid just like anybody else. So Donna talk about other people on their life, people. So I don't see why people can't talk about her, whether good or bad. You'll always have people talking good or bad. All right. So that's how I see it. That being said, lovely people. Now, as I said, I am not obligated to no one in social media. I am not gonna participate in discussing and this arguing and this back and forth and whatever with nobody that I've never met, right? And I'm entitled to talk communicate with anybody on their social media. Okay? And that's how I see it. Bye, people. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Bless you.